But we've also heard that there's some secret lawsuit going on in New York City as it relates to Diddy, too.
All right, I got to take some time to address this here.
Did you know that Diddy could be facing a life sentence for shocking trafficking allegations? But that's not all. His friend Steve Harvey might get dragged down with him. Imagine the beloved TV host being involved in such a heinous crime. And wait for this. Justin Bieber himself has pointed the finger at Diddy and Steve, claiming they exploited him. What could this mean for their futures? Get ready, for some jaw-dropping revelations and scandalous details as we dive deep into this explosive story.
Shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information.
As the story unfolds, it becomes apparent that the allegations against Diddy are just the tip of the iceberg, revealing a far-reaching web of exploitation and abuse within the film and music industries. The allegations against him are deeply disturbing, not just because of their severity, but because they implicate other high-profile figures like Steve Harvey and suggest a systemic issue within the industry.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
Interestingly enough, Terrence Dean's memoir sheds light on a thriving yet secretive homosexual subculture within the hip-hop industry. Dean's book describes a world where industry executives and artists lead secret homosexual lives while publicly maintaining a hyper-masculine persona. This culture of secrecy and fear is reinforced by the aggressive homophobia that permeates the industry, with major figures like Eminem and D-Mix openly expressing anti-homosexual sentiments in their lyrics. One insider revealed, "Everyone knows about these hidden lives, but no one talks about them." This pervasive silence has allowed abuses to flourish unchecked, creating an environment where the powerful can exploit the vulnerable without fear of exposure. Dean's hope is that his memoir will inspire a major artist to come out of Bobia. But until then, the shadowy corners of hip-hop remain rife with exploitation.
But I'm not homophobic, and I really don't, care, you know what I'm saying? But I'm bad at the game, and it's probably hilarious.
This leads us to the question, could it be that Diddy's alleged misconduct is part of a larger, more sinister pattern within the industry? The allegations against him include not just inappropriate behavior, but also the use of hidden cameras to film compromising footage of celebrities and guests at his infamous freak-off parties. According to Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit, Diddy hosted these parties regularly, involving underage girls and illegal substances, with hidden cameras recording every illicit activity.
Replete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras.
In a shocking twist, D1, a New Orleans rapper, has come forward with his own harrowing experiences of the music industry's gatekeepers. He claims that he was pressured to participate in a homosexual act in exchange for a major label deal.
Trying to get signed to a major label, there's gatekeepers. If you're trying to get on certain media platforms to get interviewed.
One story echoes the accounts of many others who have faced similar ultimatums, revealing a culture of coercion and exploitation that extends far beyond a single individual.
But in this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold access to certain levels,
This revelation opens up a Pandora's box of questions about the integrity of the industry and the true extent of these exploitative practices.
Hey, look, if you're part of this homosexual act that I'm trying to take part in, you hear me? Yeah. Come on, this door open real quick for you.
His refusal to comply with these demands speaks to the courage it takes to resist such pressures, but it also highlights how many others may have succumbed to these predatory practices.
Then they will definitely do what they can to try to blackball you, yes. I don't doubt that people have attempted to blackball me.
What no one expected was the extent of the involvement of other high-profile figures, such as Steve Harvey. Harvey, known for his wholesome image as a beloved TV host, is now being implicated in the same scandalous activities as Diddy. The connection between Harvey and Diddy raises eyebrows and casts a shadow over Harvey's carefully cultivated public persona. This leads us to another chilling aspect of the industry, the secret private parties. These gatherings, often hosted by influential figures like Diddy, are said to be rife with illegal activities, from substance use to intimate exploitation. The recent raids on Diddy's properties have brought some of these horrors to light, with allegations of hidden cameras capturing everything for blackmail purposes.
This is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
One source described these parties as a cesspool of vice, where the powerful prey on the young and vulnerable. The footage reportedly shows celebrities, artists, and executives engaging in illegal activities, unaware that they are being recorded. This revelation is particularly disturbing as it suggests a calculated effort to entrap and exploit individuals, ensuring their silence through blackmail. The horror of these private parties is compounded by the stories of those who have suffered at the hands of these gatekeepers. Cassie Ventura's lawsuit against Diddy which was settled out of court, described a pattern of abuse that included being coerced into intimate activities with male companions while Diddy watched. This voyeuristic abuse, dubbed freak-offs, is a recurring theme in the allegations against him, painting a picture of a man who uses his power to degrade and control others.
It's just crazy. Just read.
In a similar vein, Tiffany Red, a close friend of Cassie, has publicly recounted her own terrifying experiences with Diddy. She described being accosted by him at a party and witnessing Cassie being forced into degrading situations.
Backed into the corner, and he was like cussing her out with his hand in her face.
Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says she awoke to screaming.
Red's account adds weight to Cassie's allegations and suggests that Diddy's abuse of power extends to others in his circle.
And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but like, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
As these stories continue to surface, the question becomes, how many more victims are out there? The pattern of behavior described by Jones, D, One, Cassie, and others points to a deeply entrenched culture of exploitation that has been allowed to flourish in the shadows. These gatekeepers, like Diddy and his associates, use their power and influence to manipulate and abuse those seeking entry into the industry. What makes this even more horrifying is the realization that this culture of abuse is not confined to the music industry alone. Similar stories have emerged from Hollywood where young actors and actresses have been preyed upon by powerful figures. The recent Me Too movement has highlighted some of these abuses, but it is clear that much more remains hidden.
Hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
This leads us to the main shocking idea, that Steve Harvey, like Diddy, is a gatekeeper of this exploitative system. Harvey's involvement suggests that these practices are widespread, encompassing not just the music industry, but also the broader entertainment world. Now back to the main topic, Justin Bieber. Discussing his relationship with Diddy reveals a fascinating yet troubling dynamic. What started as a starstruck teenager's dream to collaborate with a music mogul quickly evolved into a much darker narrative.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do.
As the years passed, what appeared to be a mentor-mentee relationship between Bieber and Diddy became mired in controversy and rumors of exploitation at secretive parties allegedly involving not just Diddy, but also his circle of influential friends, including Steve Harvey and Kim Kardashian.
Ruining lives. And now they've indoctrinated these kids into thinking that this is the way because this is what they know.
Justin Bieber's journey with Diddy began innocuously enough. In 2009, a young Bieber was eager to make his mark in the music industry and saw Diddy as a gateway to success. Diddy, already a well-established star, seemed to welcome Bieber with open arms. However, as Bieber's career skyrocketed, unsettling rumors began to surface. Their public appearances and collaborations were punctuated by moments that, in hindsight, seem laden with implications of coercion and manipulation. One particularly eerie video that resurfaced shows a teenage Bieber with Diddy who, at the time, boasted about spending a weekend with the teenager.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
The unsettling nature of their interactions raises questions about the true nature of their relationship. Were these meetings merely about music, or was there something more sinister at play? Interestingly enough, whispers from within the industry suggest that Bieber was not just a collaborator, but perhaps a pawn in Diddy's larger scheme. These rumors allege that Diddy's infamous freak-off parties were rife with illegal activities, including underage involvement and hidden cameras. Could it be that Bieber, in his quest for stardom, unknowingly walked into a trap set by these powerful figures?
You and everybody in this crew, it's great. I can't. I have to go down. No. You'll tell me, listen.
As we delve deeper, it becomes clear that Diddy's circle was not limited to the music industry. The involvement of Steve Harvey, known for his wholesome image, adds another layer of intrigue. Harvey's participation in these secretive gatherings is particularly shocking, given his reputation. Publicly, Harvey is a beloved TV host and comedian, but these allegations suggest a stark contrast to his carefully curated persona. Could Harvey's clean image be a facade hiding a much darker reality? One insider revealed Steve Harvey was often seen at Diddy's parties mingling with guests and acting as if nothing untoward was happening. This leads us to question the extent of Harvey's involvement. Was he a mere attendee, or did he play a more active role in these disturbing activities? The thought of Harvey, a figure admired by millions, being complicit in such deeds is both shocking and unsettling. Adding to the complexity is the involvement of Kim Kardashian. Known for her media savviness, Kim has also faced scrutiny for her interactions with Bieber, particularly a suggestive photo shoot when Bieber was merely a teenager. Critics have called out these photos as inappropriate, further muddying the waters of this already murky situation. The cumulative effect of these revelations paints a grim picture of exploitation and manipulation. The stories of these secret parties, combined with the high-profile figures involved, suggest a systemic issue far deeper than individual misconduct. It's a web of deceit and power that spans the entertainment industry, trapping young talents like Bieber in its strands.
I'll tell you something else. Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
As the truth slowly unravels, it's evident that these high-profile personalities have used their influence to perpetuate a culture of silence and fear. The real question now is, how many more are there like Justin Bieber? How many young talents have been caught in this web of exploitation? Their dreams turned into nightmares? As we wrap up this deep dive into the murky world of celebrity exploitation, we have to wonder how many more secrets are hiding behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood and the music industry. Could it be that figures like Steve Harvey and Kim Kardashian are more deeply involved than we know? What do you think about Justin Bieber's past with Diddy? Was it truly a mentorship or something far more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more shocking revelations. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.